All right, there was a piece titled "And Good Night," and it was based upon a Brahms lullaby. You recognize the lullaby. Hopefully you recognize the lullaby. It's like a three-note little theme, and it was passed to the band, and it's taken it and transposed it into that pretty piece. I want to take a moment to thank a few people. Mr. Casanova, I know Mr. Casanova's here somewhere, and Mr. Warman, thank you guys for hosting tonight. I really appreciate you guys being here for us. Big thank you to you guys. Our private lesson staff, I am so indebted to our private lesson staff. I'm not sure that these guys understand how lucky they are to have the private lesson teachers they have. Almost all, half of our private lesson teachers are close to having a doctorate on their instruments. Mr. Campbell, our saxophone teacher, is a paperweight from being doctor of saxophone performance. Clarinet teacher's working towards a doctorate. Our flute teacher is, I believe she's pretty close to having her doctorate of flute performance. And they are all incredibly qualified, and some days it's just almost intimidating to talk to those guys who are more qualified to play those instruments than I am, and I'm just forever indebted. They help make these kids sound as good, and I really appreciate those guys. I also want to thank our principals, Ms. Donahoe, Mr. Martinak, and Dr. Gibbons. Giving a guest performance tonight, I'd like to welcome to the stage for a reading of "'Twas the Night Before Christmas," Dr. Gibbons.
creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled down for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from the bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave the luster of midday to objects below. When what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. With a little old driver, so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be St. Nick. More rapid than eagles his courser's day came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donder and Blitzen. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky. So up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas too. And then, in a twinkling, I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my hand and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard of his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him, in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying his finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim ere he drove out of sight, "Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night."
Dr. Gibbons, thank you very much. It was awesome. All right, I want to recognize some students up on stage. Many of you helped out about 5 or 6 weeks ago when we held our HEB Honor Band auditions. We had 24 students make the HEB Honor Band, plus about 10 others who were alternates, who if somebody is ineligible or for some reason cannot hold their spot in the HEB Honor Band, they will jump in and fill in. If you earned a position or an alternate for the HEB Honor Band, could you stand now and be recognized? Those students will perform an honor band concert in January. It's going to be a smoking good concert. I encourage you all to come attend and support those guys as they do a concert for you all. Several of these students went above and beyond, and they volunteered to take the next level contest, which is competing with the high school kids. As you know, HEB is just about the only school district in the state that has 9th grade and junior high. So these guys went and competed with the 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th graders towards the all-state process. If you tried out for the all-state process, can you stand and be recognized? I have some super shy people that don't want to stand and be recognized. There's about 7 of them up here. They went above and beyond. None of them made it, which is great, because they were competing, it's not great, but they were competing against 12th graders. I'm really, really proud of them for attempting. That's an intimidating process. They sit in a room with about 15 other students, and they perform 3 different etudes for each other. And it's an extremely intimidating process, and they rank them all the way from 1, I think there was, in my percussion room, there were 4 rooms of 45. And they ranked them all the way from 1 to 45, and then grouped them for a phase 2. Several students who tried out for the 9th grade all-region. If you tried out for the high school 9th grade all-region, please stand and be recognized. If you earned a position, remain standing. Thank you guys. I'm very proud of all those guys. Those guys will do an honor band concert for the region the week before the HEB honor band. So they have 2 more concerts to prepare in January, and they will prepare each of those in 2 days. They'll learn a whole program of music in 2 days. And they're super stoked. It's going to be a big deal. I know they're going to be nervous, but they're going to do an awesome job and represent Harwood really well. Tomorrow, we have a guest band coming to perform at school during our A&B lunch. The Trinity Jazz Band is going to come and perform for all the band students during A&B lunch. Students, if you have A&B lunch, you're welcome to come to the band hall and listen to the Trinity Jazz Band. Mr. Casanova is bringing them out, and we're super excited to be able to hear Trinity's Jazz Band tomorrow. One other quick announcement before we wrap things up. Wednesday, during class, we're going to take pictures for the yearbook. Students need to wear their band shirts and blue jeans to school so they can appear in the yearbook. So if you can help them remember Wednesday to wear their band gear to school, and we're going to take their picture and get them all set up. All right, appreciate you guys coming out. We are going to end our concert tonight with Reindeer Rumba.